a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Virginia's offense takes the field. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Dropping back, it's Morris. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Give to the running back. Breaks the tackle. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Cavaliers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So NC State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run when it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. And it seems like every week, defensive coordinators go in and they don't respect his athleticism, and it ends up burning them. They're going to find out the hard way today. If they try to play him and match him up with linebackers and safeties, this dude makes defenses look silly.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. Got his man! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air on 1st down. And some room to work. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14. Things did not go their way in ACC play last year. This year, an opportunity maybe to turn things around.
And we've seen people in this league turn things around. The ACC every year, it seems like, like Reese, you always say, spinning that wheel of destiny. Who's going to be in the championship game? So it's not unheard of that you can have a bad season and turn it around. So, Jesse, a lot of examples to point to as they kick off the season.
Yeah, it's critical then to get off to a fast start, right? They've got to come out here in their first conference game in ACC play and put it all together. Offense has to march the ball, score points. Defense needs to get some stops and create some takeaways and set a standard for yourself throughout the course of the season.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Morris. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. He'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the bootleg and rolling out. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a big loss on the play. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra happy.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. And it's loose. Bounced right back to them.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. To the air. It's Morris. He's got it on the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
Running into the open space. Stadium, quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. What a return that one was. 95 yards. He took it back for 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
A little screen to the running back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They run the reverse. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes a stop. The Cavaliers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. At the 45 on his way. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Cavaliers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. This sophomore stopping him short of the first down line. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Marches ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. What a disappointment. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Grease hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
The Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, as they punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Running back searching for a hole. Smashes through the tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Boom. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Pocket breaking down. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage of reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. Bust through behind his pad. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Cavaliers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Dropping back, it's Morris. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Army pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Black Knights did. Regardless the outcome. As these are still two quality programs, proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Third down, and they'll need to get the ball to the 38-yard line. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sure hands, it's Grimes. defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Cavaliers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air. It's Morris. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Complete out of the backfield. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 2nd down coming up. The pull and throw off the RPO. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Morris. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got a man. It's Brown.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete because he made the catch but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Cavaliers will punt it away on 4th down. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Throws for the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Cavaliers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know it. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He's got it. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. He's loose. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple. Turning on the Jets. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be first and goal. NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. Back to throw, it's Bailey. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Kick in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Get it out on the screen. Hard running there. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. To throw, it's Morris. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Morris. Hauls it in. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. It's a running room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds a tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Gonna take a shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Dropping back, it's Morris. Quickly to the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cavaliers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Rodgers. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. All tied up here in the fourth quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Morris. Quickly complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Cavaliers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll leave it with him. Spins away from the defense. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Makes a man miss. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Cavaliers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Holds and fires complete to the right. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. It's a seam wide open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly out to the tight end. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cavaliers. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Quick update, guys, on the border war. One of the longest standing and most meaningful games in football. Missouri and Kansas. Here's an update. Missouri just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to victory. And that's really the standard there in Columbia. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Unloads it downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we've got a final score for a notable game today in the American. UAB answered the bell away from Protective Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Blazers knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. Always fun to see 2 of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on every... Oh, out of space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Morris. Fires to the tight end. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now they regain the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Grimes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. They'll try the right side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Makes the grab, it's Anderson. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Calls his own number. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here it would be a 58-yarder. Under fire! And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lost a throw on first down. He lost one down the sideline. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in the sudden change situation.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Leaves it with the back.
This offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Morris. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the 1st down.
And the Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Ennis. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw again. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. To the air, it's Morris. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Looking to fire. Backs looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Going for 6. Touchdown, Virginia. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Who can you count on those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust? And they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab right down the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Gets it to him on the screen. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Fires to the big fella. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to throw, and he's running out of time. Big fella moving. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Morris. He's taking the deep shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.